I've been getting messages from some individual on Facebook stating that he wants me to offer him up to Lord Satan. Help him sell his soul, I guess. My response is always the same: do it yourself. It's up to you, not me. But he continued to badger me to the point where I had to block him. I detect some mental illness or financial desperation or both, or an individual with a childlike view of the path. A perfect example is someone who's not ready for it. Truth is, this guy probably doesn't have a clue what the left-hand path is. Now, here's a basic fact. Whether you believe in an actual Satan or not, your objective on the path is not to bend the knee. It's to utilize his power and what he represents. God, angel, metaphorical archetype, whatever you believe he is, it doesn't matter. It's what you get from him psychologically that matters. Wait a minute, you're saying he's only psychological? Yes, that's what I'm saying, because everything is psychological. Reality doesn't exist, at least not to you, unless you have a conscious awareness. I've said it before, everything is filtered through the mind. So, the starting point is consciousness. Now, the idea of God, and I'm not talking about Yahweh, instead what the Hindus call Brahman, that God, that's consciousness. And that consciousness itself is divine, pure and incorruptible. And where does Satan fit into this? Satan represents the carnal itself, and there are many other deities that also represent the self. That's why I call the Left Hand Path organization I started the sect of the Horn God, not the sect of Satan, because I wanted to convey the universal connection between these deities. So, getting back to my point, there exists both the divine and the carnal, or the greater consciousness and the self. Now, on the left-hand path, you don't want to simply achieve balance between the carnal and the divine. You want to be the divine. And your personal demon or your shadow self is your guide that will lead you to the divine. But that's another story. So, Satan is the ego externalized, and as such, why would you bow to him? If you do, you'll just be revealing your weaknesses. Don't go to Satan groveling. He'll take advantage of you for being the little bitch that you are. But at the same time, don't forget to acknowledge his divine potential, because Satan is the starting point on the path that leads us to the divine.